Let's see how to find least common denominators when you have multiple fractions. So all I'm looking at are these values here. In other words, these are all my denominators, and I want to find the least common denominator of each one. The easiest way to do this is what's called the tree method, where you break each of these down into their prime factorization, meaning as small as you can get them till they're prime numbers. So for example, 8, I know that 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 is prime because nothing else will divide into it evenly except itself and 1. 4 is not prime. I can break it down into 2 times 2. Now I know each one of these at the end, I stop at the end of this tree, are prime numbers. I go to the next one, which is 7, and that's already a prime number, so I can stop. I do 12, which I know 12 is 3 times 4, and then again 4 is 2 times 2. And then finally 14 I know is 2 times 7. So all I've done is what's called a prime factor tree, where I broke all of these down into their prime factors. So now to find the least common denominator, I only select repeats once, meaning I can see a 2 repeats there, so I only write it down one time. Then I see another 2 repeats, and I only write it down one time. I see a 7 has a repeat, I only write it down one time. And then I take what's left over, which is a 2 and a 3. If I take and multiply every one of these values, I will get the least common denominator of 168. So finding the least common denominator, break your numbers down into their prime factors. What they have in common, only write one time, and then write down the leftovers.